Well, welcome to this episode of the AI Chefs, where we provide AI tips for business and use a lot of food analogies. Welcome, Chef David.
Good to see you, Chef Kevin, in our luxurious, digitized AI, high-tech chef's kitchen.
Yeah, fantastic. Doesn't that look awesome?
I love it.
So the today's tip is called eating at the chef's table because you can go into these restaurants and you can basically see and watch the kitchen preparing your food, right? Because I mean, obviously the results are important, but maybe if there's not good food handling or if the ingredients aren't properly used, the result, maybe you don't want to eat it. So I figure it's fun to eat at the chef's table. And with I think sometimes you need to, kind of dive in and watch what's happening. So let me give you this example here. If you go to my shared screen there, so here's a prompt that I did. What are the key topics that are being talked about on LinkedIn today? And so, this goes through this. This is Google Gemini, and it comes up with the LinkedIn Buzz, a look at key conversations for July 8th, 2025. If you read through it, it kind of hedges its bets in terms of saying, well, this isn't exactly what's happening on July 8th, which is the day we're recording this. But if you're sitting at the chef's table, and what I'll say is you show the thinking, what you see is when you go through this and take a look at how it answered it, in the thinking, it really concludes that, yeah, I know today is July 8th, but I really can't get the exact date. It says pinpointing real-time trends for the exact date is impossible. So I'm just going to leverage general topic categories and, probably it's a good approximation of what's being talked about today. So when you look at, kind of how your meal is being prepared, I think that gives you a lot of insight. Because if you didn't look at this show you're thinking, you could convince yourself that indeed, if the title, a look at key conversations for July 8th, that it really was, kind of just summarizing for July 8th. And that is, I want to point out that's Gemini. Same thing here. I asked Microsoft 365 Copilot. Same thing. It goes through and it comes up with this and it says LinkedIn trending topics today. But here, once again, if you look at the thinking and this thought for about 20 minutes or so, if you read through, it came to the conclusion as well that, hey, I can't really just do today. And similarly, here's a Zoom AI companion. It doesn't have the explicit kind of thinking thing, but it does show kind of the sources. And when you took a look at, even though it says key topics being discussed for today, when you look at these particular sources, you would see that these are actually a summary of, for example, hashtags from June of 2025, right? So it's approximating. So once again, when you're at the chef's table, you see how things are being prepared with AI. When you look at the thinking, it just can help you understand, did it really answer your prompt, or did it, as we've talked about many times, be extra helpful and just tell you what you think you want to hear. So there's the chef's table, David.
No,
Thoughts about that?
that's great, and I think of all the cliches and puns and analogies we use, this one is spot on because there's two great things in real life about eating at the chef's table, and one is that you get to see what's going in the food. So if there's something that's gone wrong, you don't want to consume it, you don't consume it. And we all know that AI makes mistakes, but also it's so much fun. It's so cool. It's like, oh, this is cool seeing how seeing how your food was put together. So this is an absolute perfect analogy. And yeah, it is something I do.
Fantastic. Well, so if you like this tip, please like and subscribe to get more tips from the AI chefs.
Thanks for watching, everyone.